The Count of Monte Cristo. Edmond Dantes was a young sailor who worked on the ship the Pharaon. He loved the sea and worked hard. He was honest and kind, and everyone liked him. He was going to marry Mercedes, who lived in his village. She loved him deeply and waited for him whenever he was away. But not everyone was happy for him. Danglars, another sailor who was jealous of Edmond's success, wanted his job. He believed that if Edmond was gone, he could become the captain of the Pharaon. Fernand, who was Mercedes' cousin, was in love with her. Villefort, a powerful judge in Marseille, had a dark secret that Edmond could discover. These men had reasons to hate Edmond. They worked together to send him away. On his wedding day, Edmond was full of joy. He wore his best clothes and smiled at Mercedes, who looked beautiful in her white dress. But before they could say their vows, the police arrived. They took Edmond and put him in prison. He did not understand why. He tried to explain that he was innocent, but the guards, who followed orders without question, did not listen. The guards took him to Château d'If, a terrible prison on an island where the most dangerous prisoners were kept. It was a dark, cold place with thick stone walls. Edmond begged to see a judge, but nobody listened. The guards locked him in a small, dirty cell. Days passed, then months, then years. He was alone, sad, and angry. He did not know what had happened to Mercedes or his friends. He wondered if anyone still remembered him. One night, he heard a sound in the wall that was close to his bed. It was a quiet scratching noise. He started digging with a small piece of metal. After some time, he made a hole big enough to see another prisoner, Abbé Faria. The old man was wise and knew many things. He had been in prison for a long time. Abbé Faria was not just a prisoner. He was a teacher. He taught Edmond about history, languages, and science. Every day, Edmond learned something new. They became like father and son. One night, Faria whispered, "There is a treasure on Monte Cristo, an island where no one lives." He showed Edmond a map that led to the treasure. If Edmond could escape, he would find it and change his life. But before they could escape, Faria became very sick. He lay on the floor, breathing heavily. "You must escape without me," he said. "Find the treasure and take your revenge." Soon after, he died. Edmond was heartbroken. He lost his only friend. Then he had an idea. He put Faria's body in his own cell and hid inside the burial sack that the guards used for dead prisoners. The guards, who thought he was Faria, carried the sack and threw it into the sea. Edmond cut the sack open and swam to safety. After 14 years in prison, he was free. A ship found him in the water, and its crew rescued him. He worked as a sailor for some time. Then, he went to Monte Cristo, the island where Faria's treasure was hidden. He searched for the treasure for many days. Finally, he found it, a chest full of gold, jewels, and coins. He became rich, richer than he had ever imagined. But he did not forget the men who had destroyed his life. He returned to France with a new name, the Count of Monte Cristo. No one recognized him. He wore expensive clothes and spoke like a nobleman. People admired him and invited him to their homes. They did not know he was planning revenge. First, he destroyed Danglars, who had become a powerful banker. He made him lose all his money. Danglars, who once controlled great wealth, now had nothing. Then, Edmond went to Fernand, who had married Mercedes. He told the world about Fernand's lies and crimes. Mercedes, who had believed her husband was a good man, was shocked. She left him forever. Fernand lost his honor and his family. Finally, Edmond punished Villefort, who had sent him to prison without a trial. He revealed Villefort's terrible secrets. The judge, who had once been respected, lost everything. One by one, Edmond took his revenge. The men who had hurt him suffered. But something was wrong. He did not feel happy. He had spent so many years thinking about revenge. Now, he did not know what to do. Mercedes, who understood Edmund better than anyone, said, "Revenge will not give you peace." Edmund, who had dreamed of this moment for years, finally understood she was right. He had won, but he was still alone. Then, he met Haiti, a kind and beautiful woman whose father had been killed by Fernand. She loved him not for his money, but for who he really was. Edmund felt something he had not felt in a long time: happiness. He gave his treasure away to help good people who needed it more than him. Then, he left France with Haiti, searching for a new life. Before leaving, he wrote a letter to a dear friend: "Wait and hope.